All right, let's talk about e-commerce SEO. Today, we are diving into a playbook that has, get this, generated over $40 million in organic revenue. So if you're sick and tired of SEO advice that just doesn't seem to work, stick around. This is a system that really cuts through the noise.
I mean, wow, right? Strong words. But let's be honest, this probably hits home for anyone who's ever poured money into SEO and just didn't see the results. So many brands are stuck on this hamster wheel of tactics that go nowhere. This is about finally getting off that wheel. And look, this isn't just some theory someone cooked up. The strategy we're about to break down is built on a foundation of generating a massive $40 million in real, actual revenue from organic search. This is the stuff that's been proven to work time and time again.
So, where does it all go wrong for so many brands? Well, they fall right into what we can call the SEO money trap. It's this vicious cycle of wasting time and, a ton of money on things that feel like work but don't actually move the needle on sales.
You've probably seen this. A common agency tactic is to just drown you in these super complex technical audits, right? They're filled with hundreds of errors that make your site seem totally broken. Honestly, it's designed to overwhelm you and justify that big monthly bill. But most of it is just noise.
So, what's the real story? Well, this playbook argues there are really only 4 technical things you need to worry about. First, can Google actually find and read your pages? Is your site crawlable and indexed? Second, do you have broken links sending users to dead ends? Third, is your site a breeze to use on a phone and a desktop? And finally, is your site structure logical? Does it make sense?
And that's pretty much it. Everything else, like, obsessing over every single meta description, which hasn't been a direct ranking factor in over a decade, it's just noise. It's the stuff that makes people look busy, but doesn't actually grow your bank account.
Okay, so this brings us to the absolute core principle of this whole strategy. You have to stop chasing vanity metrics. The only key performance indicator, the only KPI that really matters at the end of the day is revenue. It's a really simple question, but it's so powerful. Think about it. Are you paying for traffic or are you paying for conversions? So many brands get trapped paying agencies to write blog post after blog post that brings in clicks, sure, but that traffic never ever turns into sales. You're paying for eyeballs, not customers.
And this right here shows you why that's a problem. On one side, you have blog content. It targets informational keywords, people just looking for answers. So the conversion rate, it's basically 0. But on the other side, you have your money pages, your category and product pages. These target transactional keywords. These are people ready to buy, and that leads directly to revenue.
And this case study just nails the point home. Get this, a puzzle company spent over $120,000 over 2 years on blog posts, and their organic revenue never topped $2,000 a month. Then they switched their focus to building out their collection pages, their money pages, and boom, revenue jumped to over $10,000 a month, almost overnight.
Okay, so we've got part 1 down, focus on the money pages. Part 2 of the equation is all about building up the authority of those pages. So let's talk about getting links that actually matter.
The old way of thinking was just more links, more links, more links. That is just not true anymore. In fact, a bunch of cheap, low-quality links from sites that have nothing to do with you can actually hurt your rankings. When it comes to links, it is all about quality over quantity. One really powerful link is worth way more than 1,000 weak ones.
So, how do you get these high-quality links? Well, the playbook recommends a method called link insertions. Instead of writing a whole new article for someone's blog, you actually pay to have your link inserted into an article that's already ranking and already getting traffic. It's cheaper, takes way less efforts, and it's so much more effective because you're tapping into authority that's already there.
And the process itself? It's surprisingly simple. You just make a list of relevant websites, find the right person to email, shoot them a message asking if they do link insertions, and then you negotiate the price. That's it. It's a simple, repeatable way to get amazing backlinks without writing a single word of new content.
All right, let's pull all these threads together into one powerful framework that will help you prioritize everything we've just talked about. Let's get into the 80-20 SEO playbook.
You've probably heard of the Pareto principle, right? The 80-20 rule. It basically says that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. Well, this applies perfectly to e-commerce SEO. A huge chunk of your growth will come from a very small, very focused set of actions.
And you do not need a dozen expensive tools to make this happen. The entire $40 million playbook was built using just these 3: SEMrush for checking out the competition, the free Google Ads Keyword Planner for research, and Screaming Frog for those few essential technical checks we mentioned earlier. Simple.
So here it is, the big takeaway. Your 20%, that slice of high-impact effort, is all about optimizing your money pages and building high-quality backlinks. That's it. Those two activities alone are going to drive the lion's share, 80% or more, of your organic revenue.
This means that other 80% of stuff you might be doing, writing blog posts that don't sell anything, creating huge reports nobody reads, or fixing tiny technical issues that don't matter, that's the low-impact work. That's what's holding you back from real growth.
And that really brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. Take a hard look at your own SEO strategy right now. Are you spending your time, your energy, and your budget on the 20% of things that will actually grow your business? Or are you getting lost in that 80% of noise? The answer to that question? Well, it could change everything.